This weekend, I'm going to be going north to Ponca, Arkansas to get on the Buffalo River Trail. I'm going to be starting in Boxley and hiking to Pruitt, around 37 miles. One of the things I'm excited about is I'm going to get to try out some new gear that I'm going to be taking on my Ouachita Trail through hike. Here's some of that gear. First is the Garmin inReach Mini. Can't wait to see how this functions on the trail for me to be able to communicate with my family as well as use the tracking feature. To power my devices, I'm going to be using the Dark Energy Poseidon. This is a 10,000 milliamp rechargeable battery. The Toaks 750 milliliter cooking pot. The Thermarest NeoAir X-Lite sleeping pad. Can't wait to try this out. I've heard it's one of the most comfortable, if not the most comfortable pads out there. The UGQ 20 degree down quilt. This will be my first time getting to use this on the trail. I'm excited about testing out the UGQ down quilt. I've done a video on this already. This will be my first time actually getting to spend the night in this tent. I cannot wait to use this out on the trail. And even though I have hiked a section hike with this will be my first overnight trip using the Gossamer Gear Gorilla 40. This is an excellent pack. I love the way it feels. I love the way that it packs. Can't wait to use it on the Buffalo River Trail. So I'm excited that you guys are going to be coming along with me on this adventure. I can't wait to get out there on the trail. Let's go. Let's go to Ponca. Just outside of Ponca, and I had to stop. Elk. Man, that never gets old. Just stopped off here at Buffalo Outdoor Center. Got a shuttle for them to come pick my truck up at the Boxley Trailhead, and they will take it to Pruitt. So got everything I need. Sunday to Pruitt Ranger Station is where I'll pick the truck up. Off to the trail. Saying goodbye to my truck. Just signed the register. About to start on the Buffalo River Trail. Well, I just got on the trail. First, just a few feet, came to a water crossing. Didn't want to take off my shoes and put on my water shoes just yet, so I tried to be clever and walk downstream a little bit and cross. But what you know, I get to the last rock and I face planted. Was able to keep most of my body out of the water, but my feet got wet. Oh well, they'll dry off. Got about 10 miles to go till I make camp tonight. Let's get it. Well, move that thing out of the way. I just got off of the first road walk, almost a mile down a gravel road. Nice little break for the legs. Now I'm back on a trail, almost 3 miles in.
2.5 hours in, almost 7 miles into the trip, and I'm coming up on a pretty awesome view up here. I'm at this campsite that's just right beside the view that you just saw, and I'm just gonna sit down for a little bit and drink a little bit of water, look at the map for a little while, try to make a decision on where I'm gonna set up camp tonight. Get back on the trail, do about another 3 miles or so before calling it a night. Got about 2 hours or so of daylight left, so plenty of time. So I'm back on trail. Beautiful view down in that valley below me to my left. Got about 2 miles to the campsite that I've kind of picked out, and then I'm gonna stay for the night. Nice easy day. It's gonna be a little over 8 miles before it's said and done, so good start to this trip. Be at camp in a few. That's a cool tree. All right, so here I am at my campsite for the night. Got a nice place to build a fire later. Got water. And the campsite all to myself. It's gonna be a great night. I got tent set up. Now I'm about to go make me some food and build a little fire and just chill. Beautiful day to be on the Buffalo River Trail, that's for sure. Alright, I boiled some water for my spaghetti and meatballs. Now I'm gonna get a fire started and refill my water. Do some more camp chores before I can eat. About 15 minutes. So it's about 9 o'clock, Friday night. Had a good meal. Set by a good fire, sleeping by the river. Also have a flock of sheep on the other side of the river. Ban, doing whatever sheep do, ban or whatever. So it may be a long night, but hey, wouldn't want to be anywhere else. It's going to be a great time. Good night. All right, it's morning time. Had an okay sleep. Now it's time to break camp, make some coffee, maybe make a little fire before I get going this morning. I'm gonna try to get going about 8 o'clock. It's a little bit before 6:30 now, and get back on the trail here in about an hour and a half and see how far we can get today. Successful water crossing to start off the trip this morning. I'm passing through the field where all those sheep were last night. They weren't too bad. They finally went to sleep. Good sheep. Not bad sheep. Horrible. Now I don't have a clue how cold it got last night. I know it was supposed to be in the upper 20s. I know it got cold. Woke up this morning, my tent was covered with ice. My food bag, which I hung in a tree, was frozen, so it got cold, but it doesn't take long to warm up while you're especially climbing. Some of this early trail today is straight uphill. Went ahead and dropped a layer. Starting to warm up a little bit. Just got a message on my inReach. I'll check that. See you guys in a little while. Sun's starting to come up over that ridge. Beautiful sunshine. We hadn't had a ton of that lately. Whew, beautiful. So one of the reasons why I wanted to come do the Buffalo River Trail, outside of the fact that it's awesome, is had some new gear I needed to test out before I did the Ouachita Trail. But one of the biggest things, and honestly one of the things I'm the most apprehensive about with the Ouachita Trail, is the fact that I'll be doing it for 14 days and I'll be by myself. Now I know that I'll see just random strangers on the trail, but for a majority of the time I'm gonna be solo. So I wanted to come do this solo to get at least a little bit of experience with that, camping by myself. I haven't done that in a long time, and so I wanted to come try that out. My buddy Jay, his YouTube channel and Instagram page I follow pretty closely, Jay hikes a lot. I sent him a message and he gave me a call and he said, man, being alone on the trail is liberating. And so I got to experience that yesterday. I didn't see anybody on the trail. I know I'll see some people today probably, because I'll be going through the most popular spots on the trail, but the only two people I saw yesterday were at the trailhead, and two people just randomly taking a nap on the side of the trail. But other than that, I didn't see anybody but the goats. That's cool. That'd be a cave. We'll see what's down in there. Just kidding. Why ruin a good day by doing something stupid like getting hurt or eaten by a hibernating bear or whatever else might be in that cave. Overlook of Ponca. Beautiful, beautiful. So I checked the weather on the inReach and it got down to 26 degrees in the wee hours of the morning. I remember exactly when that was because I woke up to frost formed on my mustache. That's ice in my water. Wasn't there when I started this morning because it was fresh. It's cold out here. Still pretty. Well, saw my first two guys on the trail. Wonderful gentlemen from the great city of Rogers. Knew some of our friends that we have there in Rogers. They're just day hiking today, going to that cave that we just saw, and here comes some runners now. Those two dudes were awesome too. They said they were running to Hawksbill Crag. I said, not on this trail, buddy. So they got some bad info earlier. So I set them straight. They're still gonna run up to that cave, give it a look, and then come back down. We are at Ponca, baby. I was hoping I was going to get to see a few of those. It's called Orfrost. Silent H. Some people call them frost flowers, but the proper term is hoarfrost. Pretty cool. There she is, y'all. The majestic Buffalo River. Sweet. Kind of reminds me of Pedestal Rock, which is another hike in Arkansas you need to do if you haven't done that yet. Pedestal Rock and Kings Bluff Loop Trail. Do it. That's where I'm going. More hoarfrost. It's pretty plentiful around Steel Creek. Ooh, here's a pretty one. Down below me here is the Steel Creek Campground. Beautiful place. Not so great of a view though. Tell you what, give me just a second. Let's go up here. I'll show you a better view. Check this out. Told you. Simply gorgeous. Wow. Wow. That's all I can say. That is where a lot of you little whippersnappers, when you come up here to float the buffalo, that's where a lot of you put in. Right there. Steel Creek Campground. Wow. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Views like that make it all worth it, that's for sure. Here's another good one. Wow. Yikes. So incredible. Buffalo River Trail. The gift that keeps on giving when it comes to views. So many. It's a little after 12:30. Stopped for lunch. Gonna probably take a 30 to 45 minute break. Get back on the trail. I've gone a little over 10 miles so far today, which is right at or a little bit above what I was trying to get before I stopped for lunch. I'm gonna try to get at least 8 more, so tomorrow's not so long. Of course, the easiest part of the trail is coming up, so we'll just see how I feel after a little while. And so I'm gonna stop, eat some lunch. Little pad thai, baby. Can't wait. Had a good lunch. Took a siesta. Now it's time to get back on the trail. Hopefully 8 more miles. Then I'll be done for the day. Then I'll have a short one tomorrow. Here we go. That's where I'm going. I just passed through Indian Creek and Kyle's Landing. Got about 5 miles to go to where I'm wanting to set up camp for tonight. Got about 3 hours to do it in, so should be plenty of time. Hopefully I can make it in a little over 2 hours. That'd be great. How in the world is that tree growing on that thing? Who knows? Science. Here at Shop Creek, just got through refilling my water. It was right on time. I needed some water. Beautiful. What is this up here? Some kind of carcass. Ugh. That'd be a deer. Looks like it may have fallen down here somehow. No bueno. Pretty cool. I'm going this way. Be cool if there's a little bit more water. Be a sweet waterfall. Got about a mile to go before camp. That'll put me right at 19 miles for the day. It's been a good one, but I'm ready to take this backpack off, kick my feet up, eat some grub. Now that's cool. Right there. Cherry Grove Cemetery, out in the middle of nowhere, almost to camp. I'm going that way. Just made it to camp. Nice little campsite here, plenty of room for me. Since I'm literally the only through hiker on the trail, it seems like. I saw a few hikers around Kyle's Landing that were doing day hiking, but other than those guys I saw this morning, I didn't see anybody. Your boy put in that work today. 8.5 hours of hiking, 19.2 miles. Good day. Getting an early start this morning. I'm gonna try to beat some of this rain. Only have 10 miles to go, so I'm gonna try to get it done before lunch today. It's been fun, but I'm ready to go home. Cool little cave like thing. You can stay up in there if you want. I'm going that way. Old Parker Hickman farmstead. Pretty sweet. So like some good water. I'm gonna refill my water real quick. But many a time, the families that lived on this farm drank straight from that creek. This house says that you can come in, so let's gander over here and see what's up. Wow.
Earthy sweet. Pantry or something. Let's see what's up here. Wow. Old mattress. Pretty cool. Wow. Fireplace. Pretty neat. Ooh. Side note, I did not use that water out of Shop Creek yesterday. Even though I didn't see where the deer was contaminating that water, you just have to assume that it is. And so, even though I have a filter, I was like, man, and I was in need of water at that moment. I had a little bit left in my bottle. That was a perfect spot. I even looked at the water later. It was crystal clear, but didn't want to risk it. That's why you always need to assume, no matter how pure the water looks, you need to filter it. Oh yeah. Buffalo River's down there. Huh. This place is beautiful. That way. Going that way. I love Irby Campground. Thought about even going and stopping to cook breakfast there this morning. But as of right now, I'm making pretty good ground and haven't ran into much rain, so I'm just gonna keep going. Check out that beautiful crystal blue water. Looks like the water's in the Bahamas or something like that. Beautiful. Not this time, Irby Horse Camp. Huh. That's weird. That's the direction I'm going, but it says it's in the opposite direction. I trust me more than that sign. I'm headed to Pruitt. So my friend Jay was absolutely right about being on the trail alone. It is liberating, but to break up the monotony at times, I've done a few different things, mostly singing. So the following are just a few of the songs that have been stuck in my head over the last few days. You are waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. That's a good one. Here's another one. I sang this one a lot the first night when there was zero light pollution and the stars were just banging. In the darkest night, you can light it up. You can light it up. Another great one. Honestly, the one that's been stuck in my head the most is this one. Girl, you got that yummy, 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 yummy. Girl, you got that yummy, 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 yummy. I know most of you are like, dude,
you listen to Bieber? And I'm like, yeah. The day that dude stops dropping bangers is the day I stopped listening to Bieber. You should hear my son sing it. It's hilarious. He says, nummy, nummy. It'll work on my way. Yeah, babe. Yeah, babe. Every night, every day. Said it'll work on my way. I'm on my way to Pruitt. 5.5 miles to go. Feeling good. Feeling good. Like I should. Some of you might be thinking, why don't you just listen to music? Well, I did bring my AirPods and stuff like that, but and there's just something about the sound of your feet hitting the ground, and also you can hear the river pretty much the entire time that you're on the trail. And I just wanted to hear that. Didn't want to screw that up by listening to music the whole time. Man. Wish this was closer to Monticello. If you haven't been up here, you need to come. At least come float the buffalo or something. Man, it's a national landmark, but it's a treasure. It's 4 hours away from where I live in southeast Arkansas. If you're in central Arkansas and you haven't been up here, what are you thinking? Get up here. This place is gorgeous. Another cemetery. Just back there. I slept next to one last night. I don't want to go see another one. It didn't really hit me this morning that sleeping next to a cemetery, kind of weird. First time I did it, I highly recommend it. If you're on something like the Buffalo River Trail, that is. There goes a foundation of some sort. Cool, let's roll. I've also just spent a lot of time thinking, and so kind of wanted to give myself space to do that. Thinking a lot about the hike coming up, hiking for homes. You can find more information about what we're doing at www.hikingtheWord4FOR.homes.com. What started out as just a kind of a want-to for hiking the Ouachita Trail turned into something pretty incredible. I wanted a cause beyond just doing the trail, raise money for missions. We have a couple of ministries that my family supports. Hope Place Ministry in Monticello, that we do the 5K that they named after my father in honor of him, to raise money for their ministry. And so just thinking of maybe some other ways to use the hike to raise money, raise awareness. I met Josh Townsend, who is the director of operations from the children's home. We were at a meeting at the Baptist building, and he made a comment to me about my watch. And I was just showing it to him and showing how I can track any workout, running, biking, swimming. And I said, and hiking. And he said, oh, you like to hike? I said, I do. I said, I'm actually right now dreaming, have a vision for hiking the Ouachita Trail to raise money for missions. And he said, that's a great idea. He said, you need to do that, but you need to raise money for the children's home. And here's why. And he just had just what I needed to hear. The need, I knew there was a need. I don't know why I didn't think of the children's home. I was actually at the time living right next to the children's home. I didn't know why I didn't think of that, but when he said it, it just clicked. That was what I was supposed to do. And so that was 2 years ago. And actually a little over 2 years ago. So this year, and around September, October, I told him, I said, hey man, this is the year. We have to do it, or it might be one of those things that I never do. And so here we are, 50 days away from doing it, and I can't wait. Hope you guys will check out that website. Hope you guys will consider joining our effort to raise money for the children's home. I'm actually going to be on the radio on 103.7 The Buzz this upcoming Tuesday. I'll be on there talking about hiking for homes on the Buzz morning show. So hope some of you guys get a chance to hear that. This hike was used as kind of a test run for some of my gear. Also just for me to be out here and experience what it's like to kind of be alone on the trail. And I didn't want my first experience to be when I did the OT. So I'm having a great time thus far doing this. So I accomplished my purpose in that. And also just getting to see this beautiful trail. This little bit of rain I'm hiking in definitely isn't raining on my parade. This was a beautiful trip, but I'm almost done. Pretty cool rock bridge, I guess. There, looks pretty sweet. I was hoping I was going to go under it, but nope. Getting close. That one's falling a little bit. Nice little campground. If you need to stop and take a break. I, however, do not need to take a break. I'm ready to roll. 3.5 more miles. Buffalo River, y'all. That's the closest you get on the whole trail. Pretty awesome. Our goal is to raise just over $22,000 for the children's home. So the Ouachita Trail is 223 miles. So we're praying for 223 people. That will give $100 towards the children's home. To give, go to that website, hikingforhomes.com, and you can follow the link to do your gift online, or you can mail a check to the Arkansas Baptist Children's Homes and Families at 10 Remington Drive, Little Rock, Arkansas 72204. Just make sure you put Hiking for Homes in the memo line. Tax deductible gift. So if you guys would be so inclined, be happy for you to go there and to join our effort. Talk a little bit about the gear that I tested out here on the trip. Start off with Big 3 pack. It's got a pack cover on it right now. But the Gossamer Gear Gorilla 40. I hiked the Cane Creek Trail, 15 miles. Just day hiked that one time. That was the only time I've used the pack. I love it. My back hasn't hurt. My shoulders hasn't hurt. Carries all my stuff. Feels great on the back. Love this thing. Plenty of room. Storage is great. So glad that I went with the Gossamer Gear Gorilla 40. Next up, one of my favorite pieces of gear is my shelter. The Durston Gear X-Mid one-person tent. Durston, partnering with Drop, has produced a fantastic piece of equipment. That shelter is awesome. Kept me dry last night when it was raining. I stayed warm. Except for the first night of this trip, it got down in the mid-20s. I was a little cold. Condensation was not an issue. Woke up the first morning, had ice all over the tent. Packed it down into garbage contractor bag, put it at the bottom of my tent, took it out whenever I got to camp last night. It was dry in 15 minutes. Each time I set it up, I get faster. I probably set that thing up in 2 minutes tops. Super simple. I get better at setting it up every time. Dan, you make a great tent, bro. The UGQ Bandit 20-degree top quilt. Loved it. Getting down into the mid-20s that first night. I did get a little chilly, but I could have put on more clothes. All I did was have my Patagonia base layers on. I got a little chilly, but not enough to get up, put on more clothes. Kept me warm, stayed airtight pretty good around me, didn't let a lot of air in. Loved it. Lightweight. Can't wait to take that on the Ouachita Trail. The Thermarest Neo Air X Lite. All the things that people gripe and complain about that are the only complaints that I have. It takes forever to blow it up and it makes a lot of noise, but doesn't make as much noise as my Sea to Summit Comfort Plus did, and it doesn't take that long to air up. It's super comfortable. I love it. Can't wait to continue to use that thing. The Garmin InReach Mini. I love this device. I've been able to keep in contact with my family, even get updates on the weevils, and see how our basketball and baseball weevils and our softball and basketball blossoms are doing. My man CJ hooked me up with that. Also was able to ask some questions to some people about different spots on the trail that I had. But more importantly, I was able to keep up with my wife and kids, because there was only 2 times the whole trip that I had enough cell service to get a text out. The tracking is something that I used for this trip and will be using for the Ouachita Trail, and it did phenomenal. My buddy CJ said he thought it was awesome and it was cool. I ain't got to check that out yet, but I've been using that on this trip, and so love this device. The Dark Energy Poseidon, excellent. It kept almost a full charge the entire time. I recharged everything last night, my GoPro, my InReach, my cell phone, and only after charging all those things, it showed that it had 2 of 4 bars of energy. So over half the energy still left in that power bank. Excellent pickup. Glad that I picked up the Poseidon from Dark Energy. The Toaks 750 milliliter cooking pot did what a cooking pot's supposed to do. There's no bells and whistles. It's just lightweight. It's just a quality piece of gear. Loved it. I am in no way sponsored by any of those companies. So if their stuff wasn't that good, I wouldn't mind telling you. I'm friends with Dan Durston on Facebook, but outside of that, I have no relationship with any of those companies. And so they're all great. I don't mind telling you different. The last thing that I was trying out for the first time on this trip was this little bottle clip thingy by Z-Packs. You know what? I actually love this thing. I didn't think it was going to matter that much taking my bottle from my side pocket to drink, but man, it's so convenient just to slip it on my chest strap right there, grab a quick drink whenever I want it. You can unclip it or you can just take the whole thing out. Well, that's it for the gear. You know what? I like them so much, I'll put links in the description below for all those items. So if you want, you can purchase them yourself. First person I've seen on the trail all day, Ranger Jerry, here at this campground. He gave me some good tips in finishing out the trail. Showed me a cool app that I couldn't really understand him. He had a little speech impediment, but Avenza Maps maybe? Something like that. But anyway, let's go. There's the pond. You know what that means? 1 more mile, baby! Buffalo River. Just saw my first people other than Ranger Jerry of the day. Right here at the very end. Let's cross over this bridge and be into the campground. They're putting on ponchos, Mickey Mouse ponchos. Do what you gotta do. There it is, folks. The end of the Buffalo River Trail. I see my truck up here. About to go hop in it. I've had two things on my mind. Well, multiple things, but at two places. Seeing my babies and my beautiful wife, and a David's Burger triple with everything on it, milkshake and a Coke Zero. Can't wait to see both.
Next level.
Let's go home. Before I do any type of recap, I gotta get some food in my belly. Headed to the closest David's Burgers in the continental US. Well, sad day. I just realized that it's Sunday. David's is closed, but I have a pretty good alternative. Whataburger. That's like wanting to buy a Ferrari and then settling for a Lamborghini. So I'm pretty excited, even though not getting David's, getting some Whataburger. What a fantastic trip. But I'm glad to be home.
Well, I had a fantastic trip hiking the Buffalo River Trail. It was also special being there the weekend before the 48th anniversary of the river becoming the nation's first designated national river. This is one of the most beautiful places in the world, and I had an excellent time spending the weekend on the trail. This gear performed flawlessly, and I can't wait to take it out on the Ouachita Trail come April. Thank you guys for watching.